Welcome everybody back to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Lindsay.
I'm Carson.
And today we are watching Attack on Titan, Season 4, Episode 8, I believe. What happened last time?
Last time, a lot of stuff happened. We got left off. Apparently, Reiner he's not going Super Saiyan Titan. He is the exact opposite of that. He has, lost his power. He's fighting to the bitter end. This is, the last bit of his strength. It's like the equivalent of Eren not making a full Titan and, hanging out the back of the neck or whatever. It's, a little bit more than that, because he's obviously conscious and able to do shit, but we're gonna see what's gonna happen with Reiner's last bit of strength, what Eren's gonna do. Eren's already gone further beyond his limits, so it's hard to say what's
and
gonna
he,
happen.
just took on, the powers of another Titan as well. So not sure how soon he could unlock any of those abilities or make use of them, whether that would be something that he would have to train up or if he could immediately have do something.
We're gonna see what happens. Hope you guys enjoy. Leave a like and subscribe, support the official release. Let's go. Oh my god! See, this is really good CG. Oh my god. Mikasa is just over this shit. That's it. They hyped it up like it was gonna be a big battle, but...
What do you mean by that? What does that mean?
At this point...
Interesting. Because he probably could have killed him pretty easily.
He definitely could. He definitely could have taken him out right there. And Galliard.
Yeah, both of them. But he obviously needs him for later. For something. If you don't kill someone when you could easily kill them, that's kind of on purpose.
They're pulling out.
Man, imagine if she just straight up went and shot Eren in the head.
Oh, damn, this animation. See, they kick it up when it's, people. You know? The 2D. They really make an effort when there's, people involved. Arumi. It's crazy. It's why would... Yeah. He can't even get mad at him because he knows it's not going to do any fucking good. Feels like old times. It's so sad.
They have Zeke in there.
Whoa. Lobo? Oh. He was a garrison troop. Overpaid geezer. Wow. The self-sacrifice. That's crazy. I think we've seen him before.
6. I mean, that's pretty good.
You killed Eren killed 100 hundreds of people.
Okay, buddy.
The new Eldian Shut up, Flock. That's the perfect attitude to have right now. It's like they know. It's like, this isn't good. This isn't a nothing about this is good. This is not worth celebrating. How many until the fighting ends? That's
infinite.
the exact ideology that led to all this in the first place. This like bullshit
bad.
nationalism, like pride garbage. They're all he has left. Everyone else.
ソフィアは飛んできた瓦礫に上半身を潰された。すぐ隣に座ってたのにつけようとして逃げ窓を見つけられた。何度も何度も踏み続けられた。門兵の2人のおじさんは人の私に危ないからやめろって必死に。そしたら不詳の女に撃たれて死んだ。私はこの収容区で生まれたエルディア人だから塀の外を歩けば唾を吐かれる惨めな思いも散々してきたけど、だからこそ私が頑張ってエルディア人はいい人だと世界に証明したかった。いつかこのエルディア人の腕章を誇れる時が来るとそう信じていたから頑張ってこれたのに全て壊された。こんな収容区でも私の大切な人たちの家だから、それを踏みにじられることは許せないの。それでもあんたは私に走るなって言うの。目の前でジークさんが殺されて何もできないまま。あの日巨人に食われた。踏みにじられたからだ。敵も口から攻撃されて大勢殺されたから。
Way worse than this. Way worse than this. This isn't even close. Doesn't make it okay. Did you see it happen? Out of sight, out of mind. Is that it, Gabi? Who gives a fuck? You didn't see it? Fair, totally fair point for a child to make.
Yeah.
They're all just island devils who threaten the world peace. It's so crazy, like, how twisted that worldview is. They're nothing like us.
Exactly.
How is that a rationalization for that? That makes zero sense, just because you grew up in a different place. It's like such a weirdly rationalized point of view, you know? That's the difference between Eren now and Gabi and Eren's point of view before. It's like Eren now realizes there's no difference. He just doesn't give a shit anymore. He's not even trying to justify it on a moral level. Gabi's still wrapped up in the like, but they're evil.
She's gonna get him.
Oh my god.
Is she gonna climb up there? Oh my god. Straight up suicide mission. What the fuck? Oh no. Close your door. Just close the door. Just don't let him in.
そういや、ロボさんはまだもう登ってくるはずだわ。Sasha!
I liked Sasha. It really fucking sucks. It really sucks.
One bullet killed someone. Or maybe. If I didn't know what was going to happen there, I would have cried my fucking eyes out. Oh my fucking god, man. It's like just how quick, like... That's it. That's all it takes.
そのマーレ兵を見たのは3年前。ライナーが戦士隊ってタディ島へ向かった最初の調査船団のメンバーでした。
行方不明の調査船か。
はい。何よりあの顎ひげは似合ってなかった。
Yeah, she said they look like shit with a beard.
それをつけてるつもりだ。
評判良かったんですけどね。
I'm pretty sure that they have Zeke in the ship with them. That's what was like steaming up in the corner.
今から合わせてやる。そいつに同じことを言ってやるよ。なぜそのマール兵だと分かったの？
それは私が個人的に興味のある人物、ジークの信奉者でしたから。
ガビ、ファルコ、なぜここにいる？なぜ
生きていたんだね。でもこいつらに捕まっていたなんて。
ロボスさん、立体軌道で乗り込んできました。
John's tall as fuck.
サシャが撃たれて助かりそうにありません。
通りってわけですか。GQA が。
大筋は良かったな。
ジークスは？
何この子たち。
誤算だ。
いやー、アキトとシャリキはお前が仲間が余計にしてたんだぞ。
すいません。確かに2人は穴に落としたのですが。
全ては俺たちにくれてやったわけだ。道家に大した即興劇だった。
Hairball.
ダムなよ、リヴァイ。小便ちびったらお前こそ大した役者じゃないか。俺を殺したくてしょうがなかっただ。
They were in on it from the fucking beginning.
俺は一番食いてえもんを最後まで取っておきたい。よーく味わって食いてえからな。マーレ軍幹部を殺し、主力艦隊と軍港
Crippled
時間は稼いだ。
crippled them.
世界がパラディ島に総攻撃を仕掛けてくる前に
Yeah,
時
but
いや
you also
Made
私たちは君の
bolstered them with the rest of the world.
命がけで君を取りそれを分かっておいて 自らを人質に強行さお望み通りこちらは選択の余地なしだよ。信頼し我々は信頼を失った。
だがこうして始祖の巨人と王家の血を引く全ての尊い犠牲がエルディアに自由をもたらし必ず報われる。
So Zeke was on Eldia's side.
It's insane.
サシャが死んだ。
最後何か言ったか。肉って言ってた。
Oh, they reanimated it.
土地を奪還すればまた牛も羊も増えますから。
It's like that's all she wanted, and you brought her here, and now you're laughing over her corpse. All she wanted was some fucking meat, and you dragged her into a war that she wanted nothing to do with. He does feel like shit, though. Didn't fucking see that one coming, mister. I can see the past and the future. So that was an episode that I was both dreading and looking forward to. Because it's never good to see Sasha die. For those who aren't aware, I forgot to say it at the beginning, I read part of the manga. I'm not caught up. I've read a little bit past this, but not that far. I knew that this was coming. I was excited to see how they would do it, and I think they did it perfectly. But Sasha was fated to die since season 2. The
Yeah, you
episode,
told me about that.
the episode
before.
like Welcome Home or My Home or I think it's just Home. I think in Japanese it's Tadaima. But in that episode where she goes back home, she saves that kid. She was originally just supposed to die saving that kid. And the only reason Isayama didn't do it is because his editor cried and begged him not to kill Sasha because Sasha was their favorite character. So there's that. And then actually originally everyone was just supposed to die like early on, but as the series started to pick up in popularity, Isayama rewrote or like replanned everything and then extended the story out to be actually good rather than just a shock value death thing. But Sasha has been, from a writing perspective, on kind of borrowed time for a long time. But I think her dying right there, like, it's the most dramatic thing, and it's the best. It's like as horrible as I don't fucking want Sasha to die, but in my opinion, it's like really good for the story because it presents a really serious conundrum.
It's so shitty because it's just so shitty because it's like, obviously it's so horrible that Sasha got killed, but the only reason that it's sad for us is because we saw her. It's the same shit as Gabi was saying, like, did you see that?
Yeah.
Well, no, then I don't, like,
And who gives a fuck?
If you didn't see that they were all the best of friends and you didn't see them crying there afterwards, then it wouldn't matter. It's like the whole thing that this thing's trying to say is like, it's so shitty, and like why Jean didn't just dump him out the side of the ship.
Because he
like,
knew that would be worse.
It's the same thing over and over again. And it's so I never expected like Gabi and Falco to get brought along.
Yeah.
That's actually insane. That now they're there because Falco has already been kind of seeing it from the other side because he saw like the most brutally honest conversation down in that like cellar area, and he like saw how fucked up Reiner was by it, and how Eren was just like, it's like, I mean, it's kind of how it, like, he saw how messed up Eren was, how messed up Reiner was, how Reiner literally was begging for death.
Yeah. I think that's what
like-
sealed it for him. It wasn't like because he liked Eren just as a person because he knew him.
Well, yeah, because he like has an acquaintance on both sides, likes both of them, and then sees Reiner, who has been like an sort of like an idol to him, just get destroyed.
And learning more and more since he got back, like just watching him, seeing like this guy's in serious pain, and like not fully picking it up, but realizing like he's not the same guy since he came back, and you know.
Just seeing all that things, so then he is like, just like it's horrible, but the same thing happened to like the same thing, only worse happened to them and Gabi, but at the same time, like Falco was down there listening to everything, and then Gabi was up there watching her best friends die right beside her.
The worst part of this is that like. This is gonna go over so many people's heads because we've had comments and like seen everybody like we've been talking about how blown away we are by the stupidity of some of the people who watch Attack on Titan, and there's no like, oh, I don't mean this, like it's crazy to me because people are watching Attack on Titan like another shonen. They're just hyped for the fights. They're just like, oh, fucking like the whole idea of like, no, scouts forever. Fuck Marley.
Even the scouts aren't scouts for like even they like the whole point of everyone other than Eren was like, why the fuck are we like, let's just get out of here, let's do what we came to do and leave.
To me that like
and it's so obvious that they know how horrible it is to be a victim of war, and yet they know they still have to go along with it. But it's not like the people watching this, some of the people watching this are literally like, what's his face, Flock, is that what his name is, are literally like that, like, yeah, this is a huge victory, this is awesome, oh fuck Gabi for killing Sasha, we should just chuck Gabi out the side, why didn't they just kill her there? That's not the point of the story, and it's very clear, and it's horrible and upsetting that Sasha had to get killed because of that, but that's a point. The point of her dying there is to show that like and the point of everything is that neither side is neither side is right. The fight, killing people is bad, no matter what the reason is.
And the same people will say like, oh, well, that's such like a shallow reason to like a shallow theme to go through the story. I don't think so.
It's super
deep. It could be a shallow theme if it were told in like a shallow way, but they're really showing both sides. They've built up to this, and it's going in a, it's taking it super seriously, and it's like, okay, I know that like for most people, stories, especially shonen, are meant to be like escapism, power fantasy, stuff like that. It's just that's why I don't like calling this a shonen. It may have started out that way, or like a seinen series or whatever. It's like it's fun. It's just funny, the dissonance between the people, like what the show is trying to do and what the story's trying to do and how people are receiving it, and like how people are treating it with the expectation of like, oh, I want to see Titans fight. The same people who got mad when like it started to be humans versus humans instead of humans versus Titan are the same people who are like on board with Eren do whatever he wants to kill. It's like, if you treat this story that way, it makes me like, it's taking it too seriously. I know, and this is a really dramatic take. I totally understand that as I'm saying this, but like when it's the same thing that I felt when Game of Thrones season 7 or whatever, or season, I think it was season 7. Minor, I guess, kind of major spoilers. I won't spoil like the stakes of it or anything, but there's dragons in the show. Everyone knows that. The loot train attack, when the dragons were like burning these carts and roasting people alive, people were like, fuck yeah. Like, and it's just like, it's the same thing of like, it worries me on a societal level when like, and I don't know, I guess like part of it is because it's escapism, it's not real. You can sort of let that loose and enjoy the violence and get hyped up and everything. I can understand that to a certain extent, but like when it's showing just how fucking horrible, it's like, it's to me, it's a I guess lesser extent of watching Saving Private Ryan and being excited like as on the D-Day scene when people are getting torn apart by machine guns, and it's horrible, and it's meant to show the horror of this. And, like, people, like, the Americans storming the beach and the Germans just raining down machine gun fire, literally, like, cutting people in half with MG42s. It's the same thing to me when you see, like, that going on, because it's people, and I don't know where the line is, and this is a very deeper conversation because I don't believe, for example, that like violent video games or TV series or whatever like inspire violent acts in real life, but it's like a display of a sentiment that I think is kind of dangerous when something so serious and like poignantly done and like obviously meant to show the horrors of something is taken as, oh, get hype. Let's fucking go, dude. Let's fucking go, Eren. Fucking eat, fucking kill all these people. It's like, it's just kind of scary to me when people are like act like that. And I know, like, again, there's obviously a line, like it is a fucking anime, and it is, but it's just weird to me how like close-minded people are, because that's not a vacuum. They like people who think of things that way probably think of other things that way. I don't know. Maybe that's probably too dramatic, I guess.
It's maybe a bit dramatic, but I think it is like, I don't know. It's literally
it's just kind of weird.
It just seems weird to me that people believe just because you are more invested in certain people's lives than the people they're fighting deserve to die and don't deserve any sympathy or even to be regarded as human.
Or any kind of nuanced take on it. Like that Marley is obviously a poisoned state. That doesn't mean that it's okay to fucking kill innocent people. Like, or that we should kill.
It's literally like, the same logic that Gabi is using, and probably the same logic as to why people don't like Gabi or don't empathize with Gabi is the same logic of people watching the show and only siding with Eren because he was the main character for the first 3 seasons. That's the same shit as Gabi is in here saying, well, we've only heard bad things about these people, and then they came here and killed us. So no sympathy for them is the same thing as people saying, well, we've only heard bad things about Marley, and they tried to kill everyone in the walls, so now that's their time. No sympathy for them. It's the same thing, and that's why we got to spend time with the people in Marley. The whole point of introducing all these new characters was to bring that aspect to the table without having to okay, the scouts could have literally just came in there, done all of this, and you wouldn't have felt bad at all for the other characters. And then to get the point across, they would have had to been like, oh no, but those people had families too, and done some kind of dramatic speech. But they don't have to do that. And the whole point of like
there is something to discuss there. It's like the reason that you feel bad for them is because you spent personal time with them and you identify with them personally. So by the same logic, you're saying that like you've been endeared to them because you know them, and you probably wouldn't give a shit if you didn't. So like there is something to that of like, but then the other side of that is maybe other people just didn't connect with them in that short amount of time.
That's fair. But what I'm saying is, I think the point of that, even if I don't know, like giving you a short amount of time with these people, even if you only connect with the people that you spent time with, it brings more to the question of like, if I cared about these people and then now I care about these people, and then shouldn't I care about just everyone because they're all people as well? It's like it broadening the understanding of this world and the people that are in it. Yeah. And it's giving faces and names to the enemy. Yeah. I don't know. And it's just horrible because you can't really blame it's horrible, that's but you can't. I'm not mad at Gabi for killing Sasha, even though I'm really upset and angry that Sasha had to die, but I don't put that blame on Gabi because
it just sucks that it seems like she thought was right. It sucks that it seems like she died in vain is the thing. It's like as soon as it's like so exactly that Sasha dying is a perfect microcosm for all this. It's like the people who are super close to Sasha are like sad. The other people who are also super close to Sasha, it's like the immediate thing wasn't restrain Gabi and Falco and help Sasha. It was fucking attack these like a second ago, Lobov was like, oh, a kid? No, I'm not going to shoot a kid. And then this, like, the same people on that same side immediately, like, rush to inflict harm rather than trying to save Sasha or being concerned for that or trying to defuse the situation. I'm not saying that's not understandable. Like, I'm not a fucking robot about this. Like, obviously they want to beat the shit out of her. But it's just, it's a microcosm. It's a good exemplification of this whole clash of ideals and the issue, like the internal conflict that's happening in the show. It's like somebody just died horribly after this battle that didn't need to happen, and you know, it's a perfect example is all I'm saying.
Yeah,
and obviously a couple people went to save her, and a couple people were sad, like Jean and Connie, and a couple of the other scouts like helped her out, but the immediate reaction was, "Fuck you, die! I'll cave your skull in like as quickly as possible." Again, understandable. I'm not faulting them for having a visceral reaction to their friend dying,
and also a killer with a gun being on their
exactly. Yeah,
space.
I'm not. But it's like their intent was to harm, and I think that's an interesting thing. I'm not saying it's the wrong thing to feel. You know, it's just a good like, you know, in a vacuum thing of what's going on.
Yeah, it's just interesting because, like, yeah, I don't know, and it seems like the worst part is that if she just had hesitated, hadn't shot, like if they had just stopped her first, then the same thing would have happened. They still would have been there. They still would have found out that Zeke was in charge after all and had like kind of orchestrated this whole thing. And maybe they're not as bad as they think. Like they're not.
Yeah.
So, they're not.
It's
so
like they
different.
found out a minute
And
later.
The craziest thing is, but would they have had that much? Like, I think also just seeing people grieve over Sasha would definitely be a freaking shock to Gabi and Falco. Maybe not so much Falco because he's kind of already seeing the other side a little bit, but it's like you shoot someone thinking this is revenge for the people.
Do you really think though? Like, do you actually think that she'll be shocked that people are sad that somebody died?
Well, not necessarily shocked, but like aid in the understanding of that these are other people because she's like can see it. This time is what she's saying. Like, I didn't see their pain.
Yeah.
I can only see the pain that's coming to me because of what they're doing. But if you can stand there and watch other people suffer,
I think the
it's
point of it wasn't that. I think her saying that wasn't. Oh well, all I need to do is see them.
No,
and then,
I'm just
like her. The whole point, her saying that was like, you know, out of sight, out of mind. I don't care. She's not saying, well, once I see them grieve for their friend, then you know.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying like Raina and they like he got so messed up about it because he had to like live with that for a long time, and now she is also with them and is going to have to live with being the person who killed
that
their
happened
friend.
like over time, and it was more nuanced than just seeing one person die. Like I think it's gonna take a lot more than that. I think I think
it's going to take a lot more. I'm not saying she's all of a sudden going to be on their side.
I don't think that's what you're saying. I'm just saying she was willing enough to kill someone, and she like it. I see what you're saying. It's like she didn't think of her as a person, which is the whole problem. But
yeah,
I don't know, man. It's fucking rough. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, so there was an undercover Marlian.
Yeah.
That was sent on the first scout ships to Paradis, and she had the beard on and is tall as shit and looking weird.
Yeah.
It's crazy how twisted Eren has become, and he's still fucked up that he got Sasha killed. Like, that's how deep it cut, you know?
Yeah.
That like as cold and seemingly like hardened to all this shit that as he is, and with all the knowledge he's probably gotten from the founding Titan, to still be fucked up about Sasha. It doesn't seem like it had a good effect on him. I don't think that will like soften him up a little bit and have him see the other side. I think that'll push him further into darkness, which is fucked. But there you go.
Yeah.
And the whole the way everyone was acting, like even Armin. It's like Armin and Mikasa aren't even going to scold Eren. They're not even trying to get through to him because they know him and they know that they're not like no amount of words, no amount of like, Eren, what are you doing is gonna like make him change his mind or feel bad about what he did. Like like Mikasa tried that when she first showed up and immediately saw that it wasn't gonna work. Armin knew instantly seeing him that it didn't fucking matter what he said. And then Levi still tried to be like, you're a fucking monster. Like, what's the matter with
and
you?
everyone's just like, yeah, you straight up knew that this was gonna happen.
Yeah.
So anything like Sasha dying, that's straight up your fault.
Not everyone.
Not,
Everyone wasn't
I guess
like
not
that.
everyone, but they're like calling him out, being like, you knew that we would come after you, no matter what you do.
Yeah.
And that just makes us lose trust in you.
Yeah.
And
You trusted us,
like,
and that made us lose trust in you.
because you're just doing your own thing.
But they also, I think it was Hanji, she also said that, like, you can do, like, she admitted, like, you can do whatever the fuck you want, I guess. It doesn't matter because you know that we're going to come after you. And you're right. We can't let you go. We can't lose you. If we lose you, we lose everything. There's, like, you're all we have. So, you're right, but fucking, I guess you're right. Good job. Like, you know, like there's nothing more to say.
I guess it worked out exactly as you wanted.
It's like, good job, dude. I guess, you know, that's
great.
it. It's just so, and that's the thing. It's just so bleak. It's like, there's no way out of it if nobody's willing to, because it's the problem with all this shit. It's like, everyone has to be willing to turn the other cheek. Because if one person like Gabi crawls onto the ship and fucking domes somebody, or two people, she killed two people, then it's over. It's shattered. Then the cycle continues. So it doesn't, like, both sides have a point. Eren knows that Eren's so resolved that, like, even if he could be convinced, it doesn't change everyone else's mind. There's still going to be people like Gabi. It's going to take, like, a miracle for something to happen. So, anyway. I guess that's it.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say?
I know, that's crazy how, like, Zeke was in on it the whole time.
Yeah.
And the whole getting rid of the other Titans was just so that he could kind of fake his own death.
Yeah.
There. And then they could leave.
Yeah.
But didn't quite work out that great.
It's kind of fucked, though, that Zeke and Eren are working together. So it was like,
well, that's how you know things have gotten really bad. If Zeke is just like, yeah, let's go. But also Zeke being of royal blood, like, potentially unlocks some, like, other knowledge for him. So who knows what he knows and what has caused him to make this decision. It was earlier on when we saw them talking, like, all the Titan in the room. It seemed like they had been, like, Zeke had been, like, planning something, or but was definitely not super loyal to the Marleyan government.
They're like being careful that they're being listened to.
Yeah.
And he was very tiptoeing around the whole, like, the whole first couple episodes. He was, like, setting things up and, like, taking chances, like talking to the brass and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. And then Eren didn't kill Reiner either.
Yeah.
Interesting point.
And or Galliard, like, he did, like, okay, I can't kill Reiner just yet. Well, what about Galliard? Galliard's right fucking there. He's ripe for the picking right now. Mm-hmm. Eren didn't take either and just left. Mm-hmm. So
definitely
more
interesting
stuff. Anyway, anything else you want to say?
No, I think that's it.
Alrighty. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Please like and subscribe, and check out other stuff on our channel if you're here for Attack on Titan. If you want to see more of our Attack on Titan stuff, we got a bunch of other discussions. We got a bunch of, we're obviously going to be watching for the rest of the season, so we hope you enjoyed most of all. If you're already here, if you're watching on Patreon, thank you very much. If you want to get the uncut for this, by the way, you can go to patreon.com/boldcast. But we hope you enjoyed most of all. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.